just like many of you, I remember right where I was when we got the news of 9/11 happening. And I was a senior in high school. I was in class, and I think it was a principal that rolled in a TV cart and plugged it in, and we turned on the news and just watched in confusion and horror as these kind of events were unfolding that we didn't fully understand. You all started having the thoughts of, I think this might be some kind of global attack or wide-scale attack, as you're getting news of what's happening at the Pentagon and other places. But I remember just stopping and praying, and as we prayed together, I was thankful that I was in a place, in an environment that wasn't odd or strange. That was our go-to. This is what we did, and we knew what to do. We knew to pray. We knew how to pray. And what we did at lunchtime, and I can remember it was a Tuesday, because every Tuesday we would leave campus and go to lunch off campus because we were seniors, and that was kind of our special thing we got to do. And on 9/11 being a Tuesday, we left and went to the mall. I'm sure if we asked about it, everyone would have said, no, what are you thinking? But I don't think we asked. I think we just did it. 17-year-olds don't necessarily think through the implications of things. But it was being at the mall that it really hit me, like, this is big. I think it's even bigger than I think it is. The mall was just empty. There was hardly anybody there. And we order food and we sit down, and you could kind of hear a pin drop there in the mall. And we started discussing, this whole event. And we had already talked through why bad things happen to good people and why good things happen to bad people, and kind of those problem of evil kind of questions. Those are things that we had already discussed in class. And while talking about it there in the mall, people overlooking and overhearing just this group of young students, as much as you can never understand an event like that, almost being able to process what was going on because we had a Christian worldview. We talked about this. We know why God allows these sorts of things to occur, and not that we have maybe specific reasons, but we can talk in general about God's goodness and God's plans and purposes. And that's something that can only be had because of a Christian worldview, because we've talked about these tougher issues. If we were to discuss this right when it happened or the day after, no way we could have been able to process that in the midst of that tragedy. But because we talked about it ahead of time, we were able to work through it better than most. And I want to encourage you, this 9/11 is kind of one of those anniversaries in which we'll never forget. Use this as a time every year to talk to your students. Talk to them about the problem of evil. Talk to them about, yes, God can both be good and allow bad things to happen, so that the next time there's a tragedy like this, the next time there's something that the world stands in horror, we as believers will be able to process. Even your young students will at least have the tools in which to work through it.